Hey everybody, welcome back to Building the Ultimate Garage. This week we're going to be putting sheet metal around the office. Stick with me. Welcome to my life. All right, everybody. So I've been back to, went up to Mincy Metal with my dad. We went up to Winchester and got this metal. So I got the new custom drip edge, the size that I need now for the rest of this, and then a bunch of J channel. Way more white J channel than I need because I'll be using J channel for days in here. The bottom will be charcoal, 4 feet, and then the top will be white. So any extra J channel, which I will have extra, will allow me to start working on this wall in here. Which I want to get done eventually. But, you know, there's a lot between here and there, but since I was going that way, I just picked up some extra. And I won't run out, so I do need quite a bit, but not that much. All right, so, yeah, let me get back to what I was doing. Let's get this first piece on there, see what we can do. Alright YouTube, so this is probably a terrible video because I've been in and out and trying to get out of the wind and then people coming by and then phone calls or whatever, but I got that first piece in and then the track, and I'm on the second piece in. I don't think I can put the track in until I get this other piece on here, and then the two tracks have to kind of come together. So yeah, it's coming along. I'm getting a little piece by piece, you know. Yeah, it's looking good. So I'm going to go to an HOA meeting and a bunch of other stuff, and I'll get back at this. I don't really know because tomorrow it's supposed to be really cold, so I'm going to clean up and I'll get back to this when I do. See you in a bit. YouTube. Hey, so people came by and visited. I had turned the camera off. I don't know what the deal was. For some reason, I didn't go back and check it after I got done talking. So anyway, I had to go back and pull all this off. I was trying to go without J channel behind here. This is just loose, so mine's a little gap. I was trying to go without J channel, but just because I know the windows are that way, but it just didn't work out for the door. So I had to go back, take everything off, put J channel on, recut that, put it back in, blah, blah, blah. It's in there now. So now I'm back over here, and tough to do with one person, by the way, but I need to lift these up a little bit and then screw them in, and then I'm going to call it a day, to be honest with you. It's hard to do this by yourself, for sure. For sure. I got screws. All right, so I guess that's going to be it for me today. I'm not looking forward to these windows. I don't know how that's going to work out, really, to be honest. But I'll figure it out, I'm sure. I need to make a little template to the size of the groove. And then I'll measure up to wherever it stops being straight. Put my template around there. And then I'll probably do most of that cut in my hand, because that no way I can do it with the machine and keep it nice. It needs to be nice because you're going to see the cuts inside the groove, probably. But I don't know. We'll just have to figure it out. That's kind of how things go, isn't it? They made a mess when they put the window together on this side, so I'll probably cut a lot of that out. The other side's perfect. Just it'll slide right in. But they put a big gob on this side. I don't know. But yeah, the only thing that I do worry about is the full piece is going to suck, because you have to get around that window somehow and tuck it in the top. It'll be almost impossible. But we will figure it out. That's one thing I do know. All right. See you in a minute. All right, YouTube. Hey, it's been a crazy day yesterday. It was actually kind of warm in the afternoon, but the morning I started by helping a guy that's starting out a business, and he needed a bunch of supplies picked up, so I helped him do that. And then another guy, I put a trailer hitch up underneath his, or a receiver up underneath his truck. So we did that yesterday, helped him out. And so that left me a little time in the evening to work on the building. But my wife did come out and help me, so that was kind of nice. But when you're putting these panels on around, it's pretty neat. I had made a cardboard template, which I'll show you, to put around here. And then we cut it to make it fit. You know, I had to adjust it 2, 3, 6 times, whatever, to get it right. But we got it on there really nice. And so yeah, and then we made our way to the end of the wall. So she looks really good. I mean, I'm liking it. Pretty good, tight fit. I still might do something in here. I don't know. But from here to here, just like a little PVC trim piece. I might cut a piece on both sides just to fit in that gap. Because, I mean, you know, I did a nice straight cut, but still, you can definitely, you know, see that that's the end of the board. And not really, I mean, I guess I could do it thin enough to bend it around. I'm not really sure. You know, if it ends on the rib, it would be tight and flush, kind of like the J channel. But if it doesn't, then you see the seam that you have in there. I mean, that's the way it's designed to be. It just, I don't know, maybe we can make more of a fit and finish for that. So anyway, we made it to the corner, which is great. You know, and I learned a lot about the window, so that's good. This is just going to be a slow process here. I need to make all these shelves, the brick ledges to go on here. And then I got to run the J channel on top of that, and I need to run J channel on top here and fit it all together. That'll take a lot of time, just because I haven't done this, you know. you know, making all my bends and stuff, it takes a little bit of time to get this done, to make it halfway neat, right? So I'll need to do that on all these, then the J, and then I can put panels up. If I put the top J up here, I can probably put a panel up now, because I think I'm starting this way and working my way that way. But yeah, I mean, no sense. I don't know. I was gonna say no sense going out of order, but I don't know. I may cut one of these and feel like putting a sheet up, right? Every sheet that goes on helps the building. And there's gonna be a windstorm, I guess, this afternoon there, and then a big thunderstorm tomorrow. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I have to start at that end and work my way this way. But this is the side, this is the corner that really gets the most weather right here. But I have to start down there and work this way, just the way the panels overlap. So when the wind hits it going this way, it's not hitting inside the rib, it's hitting the overlap side. So won't rip the panels off that way. Not that they'll rip off, but you know, safer than sorry. All right, so today my plan is to just putz around and work on this brick ledge and J-channel, and just do what I can do. I'm not in any hurry. I'm just enjoying the process, and I guess you'll see what you see. I'll try to edit out the boring parts where I'm just standing around looking at things. All right, and I'm sure 100 people. The problem with working in front of the building is 100 people will stop by and talk to you, but it's good to catch up with everybody. So, all right, let me get to work. So this is the cardboard template that I ended up making, you know, to give me the shape of the window. And then when you cut it out, you know, it may be in 2 different sheets or 3 different sheets, whatever. You know, like this one's different sheets, right? And it just lines up the way the window does. And it's actually a pretty good fit. I did have to trim it off after I cut it out of that, but I'm okay with trimming off. You know, you can't add metal later. So I'm going to continue to use the same template, even though I had to trim some. It allows you to adjust it, you know, just a little bit. So I'm going to keep using that on the way down the front, but yeah, I just wanted to show you that real quick. That's kind of what I came up with. It did take me a lot of cardboard. I got a mess going over here, sorry about that. It did take me a lot of cardboard tries, you know, to get the shape right and whatever, you know, but eventually I did get a decent shape, and then I'm just using that as a cutout, and obviously it worked, so I just keep using it. All right, back to work. Pooey, this sucks. I made this piece and I thought it was going together great, and then I got it in there and their piece isn't long enough forward to match up. There's a gap, so I got to take these 2 panels off, I guess, or 3 panels, whatever it is. 1, 2, hopefully. I don't know if there's a screw. Probably a screw right in the corner of this. But I need to take that off. I need to loosen this on the end down here, and I need to see if I can't slide this down, just barely, you know. As you can see, they cut it short of the brick. It should have been at least past the brick, but of course it sticks out just a little bit past the brick. So yeah, I've got to extend that down. So I got to do all that work. All right, so that wasn't miserable. I mean, here's my cut here was a little cleaner, but got that off, got this pushed. That corner is tight now, folded in good. Of course, I have to come back and caulk this, and I'll touch up paint the corners where the metal's showing, but yeah. So I'm just gonna work on these 3 center caps, get the J channel on those, and then I'll start putting metal up in this corner, and then we'll just see where we get today. I'm not in a hurry. This wind is just absolutely ridiculous, so I assume it'll be worse with sheets of metal, but at least when I was working on that end, it's pushing it against the wall. I think when I get here, it's going to try to pull it off the wall, but we'll just play it by ear, just see how the temperature does, and just keep moving forward. Honestly, if I get these 3 caps on here, I mean, I'll be thankful, because there'll be no more you know, the bending stuff. I'm not really that great at it. I can do just about as good as they did, but I'm sure not a pro at it. You know, if you really want to know how to do stuff right, go to R&R Builders and watch him. He makes everything look easy, but he really knows what he's doing. So if you're really looking at how to do one step or the other step, definitely check him out. Obviously, this is just a big overview of the steps it takes to put a building up, but yeah. Anyway, let me stop talking and get to bending. You know, it's funny, I bought this cart so I wouldn't have to bend over and pick up tools, and here I am. I'm actually using it, but I'm going inside and grabbing stuff off it and putting it back on there. Stupid. So anyway, I got this cart for a reason, so I wouldn't have to bend over, and we started using it. So if you're wondering what the cart's all about, it's just so I got my tools all right here and I don't have to bend over, which I could have used all morning. Whatever. Dummy. Or the wind may blow the lid off, I'm not sure. See if we can't use it for a while. Hopefully the wind doesn't tear it up. Alright, so it's crazy windy. Hopefully you can hear me, but we got it in all the way down. Got all the stuff built, and I'm on that last piece, and look how shy I am. I mean, just... So now I gotta go get another 10-foot piece just to make that. I could splice it. I don't want to splice it. I don't want to splice the middle of my front boards. Golly. So I guess I'll be heading up. I do have pieces that would fit in there. I could make it. I just would have a split. I just don't want the split in the front, you know? This sucks. You know, you probably wouldn't even see it, but it's still a splice right in the front. Golly, you talk about close. I thought, at first I thought I had it because I had my scrap piece that I've been using to trace lines off, using it as a straight edge. And I thought, oh, that'll work. And I got it out and it did work. But I'm just that shy. I thought for sure a 10-foot piece would do 3 of them. It does 2 and just shy. All right, so I'll probably be heading up to Winchester this afternoon. Maybe tomorrow, I don't know, to get that piece. And we'll go from there. This one's bothering me though. I'm gonna have to redo this one. I'm not liking it. The rest of them look fine. That one though is just bothering me. I don't know. I tried pulling the back up because it's like tight on the front. It's hitting something. You can see it a little down right there. So it's hitting a couple things on the front here of the brick, and it doesn't stay down. And then the back, I went and nailed the back higher, so I'm really gonna pull it off again. See if I can't pull that back up a little higher, and then put this back down on it. I don't know. And then, yeah, I can't really do anything because I don't have this piece. I'll put a piece on the end there, and then I guess I'll do some traveling. Yeah, it's always something in it. All right, so that's much better. I took this back off. It was driving me nuts because it was like leaning backwards, and I didn't want to lean back. I wanted to lean forward so the water runs off. And basically, I saw a little dent right there, right, and I knew there was something there. So I went in there. Sure enough, there's a bunch of cement in there. So I just chipped it off. Now it's just perfect. And since I took it off, I went ahead and put the channel down there. So because I'm working my way this way, at least I can get to here before I have to go get that piece of metal. And and then it's just a straight cut, so it's an easy cut to put in. So that gets us all the way down here. So now we can go back up here. Oh, I need to work that a little more. But now we can go back up here and start putting metal on. All right. Alright, so it's coming along slow, but it's coming along. I actually had to cut that like 3 or 4 times just to make sure. You know, I could cut it once, but I really want it to be as tight as I can get it around that arch and make sure it's as close and as nice as I can possibly make it. And so if I cut it too short, then you're screwed, right? So to me, it's just better just to, for the arches, I mean, just take your time and then just cut them in as you go. And yeah, it took me all day to get a couple pieces in, 3 pieces in, I think, so far. So I know it takes me a long time to do it, but I got a lot of time and whatever. I just want it to be as nice as I can make it, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at. I still need 1 piece of J channel. I'll end up needing. I think I'm going to need more metal. I know that sounds crazy. Well, actually, I'll take it out of the scrap metal, the tall, huge pieces of scrap metal I have left. But I would need more metal if it wasn't for those. So yeah, I am going to have to get different corners. The corners that I have are 6-inch and they land on the rib. So I'm going to have to drop down to a 4-inch so that it comes right here. And then it mounts in here. I'll probably take that screw out actually. But it mounts in right there. So I'm probably going to have to order 4-inch, 2 4-inch corners. And I'll order those when I order that J channel. And then hopefully I'll make it the rest of the way down. And I should, with the scrap metal I have left, I should be able to make, you know, the big tall pieces. You know, the problem with those is you cut a side and the other side gets damaged when you cut it. So I'll have to figure that out. I'll probably have to cut each side twice, so I'd then, you know, cut it and then recut that trim piece off that the mechanical shear kind of bangs up. So I'll have to cut that back off and then go to the next piece, kind of thing. So that'll be a kind of a pain in the butt. The other thing I don't really like on these is the way they did these windows. They put a lot of goop in between the two where they sealed them, and some tape, and they're really, like, this one is just like bulging. I mean, I don't know, they put tons of it on there. And so that I'm probably gonna have to make a slit in it, or at least slit the metal to go around it. But either way, I mean, look how crappy that is. And these are high-dollar windows too, man, and I waited forever for them. It just makes me upset. The quality, I don't want to say it doesn't really make me upset, but it just is crappy, the quality that you get these days for the money that you pay sometimes, you know. I don't know. I don't know, Marvin. I don't know, because I mean, I know they can do it good, because like these are like better, right? They're in there better, and yeah, that one's way in there. It's nice, and this one's not bad. That one's not bad. So it's just, it's amazing. And then that one just has a ton in there, you know. So whatever. Guess that's the way they do them, but I don't really care for it. Hi YouTube. Hey, it's a rainy day. It's been storming on and off, big water. You can see down there, I don't know if you can see that or not, the lake's kind of flooded, but yeah, really good day actually. I should have been recording more than I have been. Let's get inside here though. Woo. All right. Woo. Let me get you dried off. All right, do you feel better? All right. So a really good day. you know, I'm trying to take it easy. I actually popped my back yesterday out a little bit, so I've just been kind of taking it easy. All right, so today's my dad's birthday, so I went up and took him out to breakfast. And then we got a call from the old guy up the street, and he wanted to get his flagpole down because of these storms that are coming in. So we came out here and helped him take his flagpole down, and then my dad felt like going for a ride with me, so we hooked up to this trailer and we went up and got the corner piece and that last piece of J-channel. So got that. Then I came back and started screwing around with some other stuff, and then I was like, well, let me put the corner piece on. So I put the corner piece on, and so again, the other one didn't fit. The other one was 6 inches and it didn't fit. This is 4 inches. The only thing I don't like is it doesn't come up to the edges like the 6 inch does, right? And so I thought, well, maybe I got a shallow one or whatever. And no, I mean, I like this, right? The problem with this was the crease was landing on top of the rib, and there's just no way to flatten it out to make this work, right? No way to cheat it. I wish I could have. I tried everything because I really like that wide corner, but I couldn't. So, oops. Hopefully that didn't get you too wet. There we go. Hang on, let me wipe the lens off again. But anyway, I couldn't get that. She said I can custom order these. I'll have to draw it on a sheet of paper basically, and basically have it come up to this and then run. I'll have to make it basically design it on paper for her. Me and my wife talked. We may go back and do that, just because I don't like it. But right now, I figure it's best just to get the building sealed in. We can come back and worry about that later. So I cut out, then I was just playing around and I cut out another sheet, which I just put on, and I thought, you know what, you're not recording this, you're not getting any video footage. So I figured I better show you that I cut that piece and got it in there. Came out pretty nice, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty decent. And then I was going to get the level to put on that, and I didn't do it. And I thought, you better go get the camera and let these people know what's going on. So that's what I did. Again, just a rainy, messy day. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Yeah, that's pretty good. So she's right on. So, yeah, move to the next piece. I actually was only going to do the one, but what the heck, it came out and went pretty easy. So I guess I'll go inside and measure out another 79-inch piece, and then measure this out and put the next piece on. Oh yeah, this is the piece we were missing, so I got that and got it put in there. So we're good there too. So we got our corners and we got the rest of the stuff to go. But we're getting close. I mean, I'm halfway, right? That's halfway. So I did the far side and then halfway on this side, so I only have halfway to go. Probably wonder why that took me 2 or 3 times to do it up. I mean, I've cut it tight because I'd rather put relief in it as we go to make sure that they stay tight around the edges inside here, and then it actually follows the window. You see how tight that is? And so I just try to keep it as tight as I can in there. And to do that, if I cut it, you know, and then don't straighten it up in there, each panel fits just a little bit different, and so I kind of work it as I go. If you had a square window, this wouldn't be an issue. You just, you know, pretty easy measurements, but trying to follow this arch and then keep it tight and then keep it straight is quite the feat to do. So that's why it takes me 2 or 3 times. I probably could try to do it in once, but then I'd probably screw it up. So I'd rather just trim it down, trim it down, trim it down, and get it right, than trim it and then cut it wrong and have to get another piece. YouTube, you can't tell, but it's getting dark. I know the camera makes up for the light difference, but yeah, I got past the 3rd window. One more window to go around and a couple sheets and a corner piece, and she'll be locked in. I'll have to come back and caulk the windows, and I'm probably going to build some kind of white trim out of PVC. I'll cut it to fit around and fit in those joints in between, at least up to the thing. You know, their window joint doesn't look that great from the side. You know, it's meant to be filled in there. So I'll have to find something to bend around, at least to where, you know, the first deal is, actually I'll fit it all the way around just so nothing goes in there and caulk it all in. But that's down the line right now. The goal is just to get her sheeted in, and I think we're doing good so far. That was a little bumpy, but I think she's looking good. I think she's looking good. We'll have to cut the next pieces out of that huge sheet, so I'll have to cut those down and make, it looks like, what, 1, 2, probably 3 in a sliver more sheets of this. So yeah, it's always an adventure. We'll get it. We have plenty of metal. We have plenty of charcoal metal, so I know it'll work out. It's just cutting out that long sheets, you know. I gotta have help doing that. So at least getting the sheet down and getting the first pieces cut, right? So anyway, it's looking good. I'd walk out and show you from a distance, but it's raining. I don't want to get wet. So you guys have a good night. I'm gonna go sit down in my massage chair and let it work me back. All right. Good progress. All right, I couldn't resist walking out here and showing you, even if it is muddy and rainy. Well, it looks pretty good. Looking pretty good. Yeah, still got to finish that. Still got to fix up the underneath that corner right there. I don't like it. It's kind of crooked, whatever. I'll fix that. And then, yes, we're on our way, huh? Then I just need to wrap those, the top beam and then the posts. But I think it's looking pretty good. So, all right, let me get inside. Yeah, I'll leave this. Crazy rain. It's been raining all day. I'm sure the lake's gonna flood now too. Woo. Hey, look, it's warm in there. Good morning, YouTube. We had to take a couple of these long sheets and cut them down to 79 inches. So we've done that, and we started cutting the window in. I thought, well, I should probably let you guys join us. So I'll put you on time lapse. I just got to trim out the window we just cut out, and then we'll go fit it. Of course, that'll take 2 or 3 times. I don't know how much I'll show you that stuff. You're probably gonna get bored of me putting it up there and taking it down, but we're 3 pieces out. It's cold, but we're gonna try to finish it up. We'll see. Got anything to say to the camera? All right, YouTube, we are walled in finally. It's a good day. All the way down. All the windows are in, and the walls on, all the way down to the end now. So we're good to go. So I just got to do a little work on the soffit right here, and then we'll be in business. We'll be in business. It'll be gutter time after that, I think. Still got a little dirt work to do on the other side, but hey, that's good progress for today. It is absolutely cold and windy out here. I am going inside. I'll see you next week.